Innovative.
The Effin' Mad Podcast. DJ Punch. Cool ass Cam. The coolest motherfucker on the planet. The whole Shabambu, baby.
What's good, everybody? This is the TFNMP Podcast with your host, DJ Punch.
And I'm the coolest motherfucker on the planet, cool ass Cam.
And as always, this episode and all episodes are brought to you by Innovative Culture. Make sure you follow Innovative Culture on Instagram at innovative.culture. Make sure you follow the podcast at the TFNMP Podcast. And while you at it, follow your boy at I am DJ Punch, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the host Shabambu, baby. Where they following you at, Cam?
Y'all can follow me at cool ass Cam, COOLAZZCAM.
Yes, sir. And make sure you subscribe to the website, www.theinnovativeculture.com. Subscribe to the youtube.com/innovativeculture. We got Milk It Media in the building working on the boards at the moment. Shout out to her. Make sure you follow her at milkit_media. Subscribe to her website, milkitmediamarketing.com. We got all that out the way. Let's go ahead and get into business. We got the homie in the building, shot through to do an interview. Appreciate you coming through, man. We got Klovis Khepri. What's good, bro?
What's up, Big Juve? It's all right, you know what I'm saying? It's the Big Juve, Klovis Khepri, JMA, you know what I'm saying? Klovis Khepri, you feel me? We here to talk about some good stuff and some stuff to ruffle a little feathers, because you feel me? It's time to be great.
Yes, sir. He came through ready for the interview. He's like, I got some shit to talk about. Fuck that.
Yeah.
He didn't even ask what type of podcast we had. He was like, we talking shit.
He already know what he want to talk about.
Luckily, you are in the building to where you could talk shit. All the shit you want, bro. Open format. We don't give a fuck. You want to talk about music. You want to talk about what the fuck going on in the culture today. You want to talk about some weird ass shit. You want to talk about white people, bro. We here for it. Fuck it. First set of people where they can follow you at.
You can follow me on all my social media handles like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and it's all Klovis Khepri. It's Klovis with a K, KLOVIS _Khepri, KHEPRI.
Yes, sir. Got all that shit down packed. I like it when somebody come through and they got it all, lined up perfectly. Some motherfuckers don't know how to do that shit. Anyways, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Anyways, we got you in the building, man. You said you had some shit you wanted to talk about. Man, first and foremost, man, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing great. I'm doing wonderful.
Seemed like you was doing some traveling before you to get out here.
Yeah, man. A little traveling. I'm born and raised in Compton, but right now I stay out in the Midwest. So, I got to come back, touch bases with my peoples. You feel me? See what the word is, test the temperature, see what's going on so I can, keep moving on my journey. You know what I'm saying? Trying to shape the mindset of the youth that's about to grow up, you know what I'm saying? And get into the minds of the older people, like, my generation are a little older, to start visualizing and aiming to be great in a country that we help build. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to build this in the right way. You know what I'm saying? You can't change a house on the inside from standing on the outside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to get inside this building. We got to get inside this machine that they got, that we are in.
What's the biggest problem you see?
The bigger problem I see is not taking accountability. Not taking accountability in being black, being a minority. You're not taking accountability. We want to point a finger. We not pointing a finger no more. We about to make some change happen. We can't point. Why we pointing the finger? We in 2022. You feel me? We just lack of knowledge, lack of understanding and ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Because most people not dumb. They just ignorant. They don't know what they doing. They just doing it because they see somebody else doing it, or they doing it because, you know what I'm saying, it's a part of a culture thing, right? Like, take, for example, we want stuff to change as minorities, but we're not pushing our kids to go congressmen or be the police.
That's crazy shit. I've yet to run across a parent that's like, yeah, my kid said he gonna be a lawyer.
See, we don't need. It's cool. Yeah, we want to be lawyers. Like, you see that all the time. You see on blogs and posts and everything about, we celebrate black things. We celebrate the first black everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are minorities. Like, I feel like black people, we celebrate shit that, you know what I'm saying? It's cool to celebrate, but we still in the stage of, we're still trying to be an equal. We don't need to be no equal. Black and brown, we don't need to be no equal. They want to be like us. Why we want to be equal with them? You know what I'm saying? So everybody helped each other. Everybody got something from each culture. Every culture. It don't matter if it's music. It don't matter if it's art. It don't matter if it's slang. It don't matter if it's anything. We all ate off each other. You know what I'm saying? We all need each other. Like, it's not no. The only thing black and white that should be black and white is on paper and business. It shouldn't be a life thing of black and white. Like, oh, black and white, black and white. That's keep making. We eating it. We eating into poison. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's too much of it. So me, as being who I am, I want to change this perspective because every time I hear the same stuff over and over. Okay, we heard you went to jail. We heard you got shot at. We heard you been in a gang. We done heard you sold dope. We done heard you, you know what I'm saying, had this great old time. Are you doing everything else doing? Like I tell up and coming artists, or how I tell myself and be real with myself. Why would anybody want to listen to your music when they can listen to somebody who popping doing the same thing you doing? So that's why my music different.
What sets your music apart, specifically your music?
My music sets things apart because of motivation and ambition that's behind it, and the realness that's behind it. And I got the hardest music out without having to rob nobody, kill nobody, fuck nobody, bitch, flock, or pop, or do drugs or anything like that. Now, there is some things in there. You feel me?
I still pop bottles once in a while.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? Because it's a part of who I grew. I was ignorant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was ignorant. I was a part of it. You know what I mean? Like, I was a part of that until I got older and moved away. Like, I always had a different mind. I was always different. When I was in middle school, I wore church shoes with shorts and a whole bunch of other stuff. Like, I was different. I stood out.
He said church shoes with shorts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, it was different. I would go to school like that. People in middle school know me. I went to school and I was different. My mindset was different. I've been different.
You wasn't trying to follow trends.
Yeah, I don't follow trends.
At least he wasn't that kid that would pee at the urinal with his pants pulled down. That was the weird kid. You know what I mean? At least he wasn't the weird kid.
No, it wasn't his fault though. You gotta understand it.
Ignorance.
His fault.
It's back to ignorance.
Ignorance, yes, from his parents. You're not showing him. But then again, you gotta be conscious.
Cover up your ass, son.
Yeah, cover up your ass, son.
You know what I'm saying? But instead of somebody being like, "Hey, bro, like, hey, don't pee like that, bro." You as a kid, you walk in, this nigga
We
start
shoot
teasing
jokes
them or something.
That's not how it's supposed to be. Like, I get the shooting and the jokes and stuff. That's cool. But when somebody needs something, like, you see, like, okay, he doing this not to be funny. He doing this because he wasn't taught the right way. Now, dad might not have been home. And, you know, like, a woman trying to teach a man how to pee is a challenge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we don't sit down. But then you have dudes that grow up and be 7 years old still sitting down to pee because they ain't had pops. Or an uncle ain't step in. Or a brother wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So that's the stuff that we need to be focusing on. And, you know what I'm saying? Better parenting. We need better parenting. You got to put your pride away as a parent. Like, we got to talk about that. You know what I mean? Like, you have a kid. I get it's stressful. But you lay down to do that. Like, it's a responsibility. Now you have to go make that happen. You have to go, you know what I'm saying? Make the money, make sure they straight. Because in our culture, it's like, black culture, I would say, because it's not many in other cultures. It's the fact of, when you turn 18, we're gonna put you out. How you gonna have
everybody? I feel like all of my friends got told that.
Okay, so exactly right, but it's ignorant and it's not a culture thing where it's like, when, like, say in Jewish culture, when you turn a certain age, you're going to have this.
Yeah.
In Hispanic culture, you turn this age, you're going to have this. We need to make it to where, okay, when you turn 12, we gonna make sure our financials right. We put you on a credit card.
There's no generational wealth passed down, you know, in our culture.
It's just get it on your own.
Well, not even that. It's the simple fact that a lot of people start in a position where they're already behind. So for you to catch up your damn self, and then not only do I have to keep up my damn self, but now I got to teach my kids the shit I caught up with. When sometimes at that point you're trying to teach your kids shit, your kids end up knowing more than you.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's because at that point something else stepped in to teach them. I didn't learn how to, like, take care of my bank account when I was in high school, which is some shit that they should have taught us. My parents, or my mama at least, they taught her how to balance a checkbook, which was the equal to having a bank account, making sure you take care of it with your debit card. You know, a lot of people just started from behind. So that's why when they talk about fighting for equality, they're fighting for the chance to start from the same spot, not necessarily to sit at the same spot. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I got you. Yeah.
They're trying to say, okay, well, at least let me get to where y'all started from, and then let me start from there instead of having to start from all the way back here. I think that's what they mean by equality. But I was gonna ask you, at what age did you move to the Midwest, and what part of the Midwest did you move to?
I moved to the Midwest about 2015. I got a scholarship to play football at this little small D2 school called Northeastern State University.
Okay.
It's pretty decent. It's in a small town called Tahlequah.
Get your education, bro. Fuck it.
On me. Got to. Because it's something they can't take away.
But then you get a scholarship to go do something that you know you good at too. You know, like that's an honor in itself.
You know what I mean? And that is an honor within itself because that's also like winning a lottery. You know what I'm saying? Just like this music stuff, it's the same thing in like football.
Because everybody don't have an opportunity.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing of how hard you gonna grind for it because there's so many other people. They got all these football camps, just like they got all these showcases. They got all these scouts, just like they got all these managers. They got all these, you know what I'm saying?
A&Rs is out there, the scouts, you know what I mean?
So basically, I just transitioned football to the music stuff. So yeah, I'm out there in Oklahoma in the Midwest, and I started creating a network. And I feel like what's gonna separate me from everybody else is I love the corporate shit. I love the business, like the music. I can do that. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. You feel me? Because I got time to that. I put time into that. But my thing is, I want to work harder than my manager. I want to work harder than a label that's signed me. I'm about to outdo you. What's up? You gonna bring that smoke, or you gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming with the pressure, so don't back down because I want to be successful. And
that's a good work ethic to have right there.
Because a lot of artists don't exactly like mindset, like perspective. Like a lot of artists don't think like that. They see it because out of ignorance. Like, okay, my manager gonna do everything. Okay, if I just get my numbers and this label sign me, okay, they gonna do everything. Nah, you can't do that. Because that's when you have all these major artists that be like, man, the label won't help me. Man, they don't hold my music. They don't want to let me drop. You only need the label to get you your money to push yourself. You don't need to sign for $1 million.
But some of these people put themselves in a situation to where, all right, the label didn't pay for your studio time. All your masters is in there with their engineer. You know what I'm saying? You can't even get a hold of your because you put all of your trust into them.
So what I would say is, if you feel like you that artist, you know what I'm saying? You got to tuck your pride for the bigger picture, right? So just like how you said, the music is stuck in the engineer within. Okay, say they got that single, right? The one that's hot, boom, popping, right? Okay, that single sold. They made $20 million, but they only gave you $1 million. So if you cry about, but listen, don't cry about it.
No,
you got $1 million more than what you had before they found you. Right? So you know what I'm saying? Take that $1 million and don't go just buy dumb stuff like cars and trying to keep up with the Joneses because you got your studio money. Now. You know what I'm saying? Go get you. You want to spend it like that. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. But at the end of the day, no, spend it to further your fan base to where you turn that $1 million into $5.
Reinvest it in yourself.
You turn that $5 into $10.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But a lot of artists don't know that because a lot of people like to play on people's ignorance. You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole thing is like really preaching real stuff and changing the perspective of things, of a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why I'm really big on the actually making stuff happen, like being like pushing our kids, like I say, into Congress. We want things to change, but how you gonna want things? We marching in the street. The only thing you beating is concrete. Yeah, you're not beating them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it goes back to the same thing that you were saying, ignorance. And sometimes ignorance isn't necessarily a bad thing. Ignorance is legitimately, bottom line, just don't know no better. You know what I mean? Yeah. People feel that that's making a change and that's doing something because that's all they know. You know what I mean? They don't know the next steps. There's people out there that are giving out information as far as these are the next steps you should be taking, you know, but it's just for them to take those steps. They haven't got to that point yet. And it comes to the same thing like with being an artist. A lot of artists don't know that they don't need a manager yet. A lot of artists don't know what a manager is supposed to do because they haven't crossed that path yet. They don't have the experience. You have a leg up. You went to school. I assume you went for business?
No, I actually went for sociology. I was going to be a social worker. So my plan was to go to the NFL, make a lot of money, be a social worker, and just have money to spend on less fortunate kids or kids that's in the system that don't get that kind of love. But it ain't like just, I'm about to go spend $100,000, buy a whole bunch of shoes for this. No, like I said, I want to take you. Let me, you know what I'm saying, who your parents at, who your guardian. All right, I need them to get you this credit card. All right, let's build your. So when they turn 18, they out the system and they not like, okay, like how it is now. They turn 18 and now they in the streets, or they in the drugs, or it's like, all right, I had a bad experience and now I'm shy, or I'm tucked in within myself and I don't want to explore. So, you know what I'm saying? That was my whole thing. But yeah, I went for sociology because it was easy to stay eligible. To be honest,
that's some real shit. That's when you get the I went from communication. I majored in communication.
For real.
Like, what you gonna do with communication? I don't talk, motherfucker. I don't know.
Yeah, hey, it was easy.
Hey, you see how that would help you now?
Yeah, communications. Yeah, fuck it, bro. That was some real shit. Yeah. I miss playing football in college because the biggest thing about that is they pick your classes for you. Like, you don't never have to worry about none of that shit. Yeah. They'll bump somebody out of a class to put you in that class.
Yeah, they gonna make sure you get that spot.
And they know what time you got practice, so they're like, no, you can't do that class. You got to do the morning class, and they set your shit up perfect. You know what I mean?
You always gonna make it to practice.
And that's why when I stopped playing football, bro, it was a wrap for me. I didn't go to school no more because the first time I had to sign up for my own classes, I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, but see, like that's the thing too, right? Like people you don't have to go to college. You just need to know what you need to know.
Exactly.
Like you just need to know. Like a person that's doing what you're doing and learn from them. You would get a lot more straightforward stuff than in class with the textbooks where this teacher.
Yeah, I mean, because you got to take six English classes before you can learn the shit you want to learn.
Like how much English do I need to know?
Yeah, like what the fuck? I don't need to know statistics, bro.
And now on me, look. You would take all them English classes and probably like 90% of adults that are probably over 18 or out of college or anything, you do not write MLA format when you write emails.
Hell no.
Or when you texting.
No.
You do not write MLA format. So that's why I like.
In the most professional emails I've ever written, I've never had to reference back like, damn, I wonder what MLA would look like. Like I never had to reference that. It was always pretty straightforward, bro. None of that shit worked for me. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know who I miss on the computer though? Sometimes that little what's that shit called? The little clip at the bottom right.
The little paper clip on the Microsoft Word.
Yeah, I miss that motherfucker sometimes, bro. He'll let you know what it is, bro.
He'll give you all the tips.
Give you all the tips. I miss him, bro. If they brought him back, with an updated format, bro.
I forgot about that.
That should have worked.
Crazy. That was there.
Shout out to the little homie, man. Y'all
He'll start dancing, doing all kinds of shit.
He do the little loop with the man. Come back to form.
Yeah, undo as a paper clip and then go back as a paper clip.
Homie was tight. Yeah, bro.
He had some juice with it.
But yeah, so you went to school. How was that experience, bro? I assume you started to maybe have the different mindset when you went to school, when you got out of California and kind of got into a different environment.
No,
or you've always had the same mindset.
Always had the same mindset. Like I was always me. Like it was. I just feel like I stood out, or sometimes I didn't fill in because of the topics I want to talk about and the stuff I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Like beyond just the fun stuff, you feel me? But I didn't really grow into the, you know what I'm saying, the maturity of my mind is now, but because like it take time. It take years, it take mistakes, and it takes seeing it. And I just got tired of seeing over and over, you know what I'm saying, F the police, or F the white people, or these people keeping us down, or we oppressed. And like, no, we're not. We're not. We are in a way, but we're not. You got to understand, when you born, you have money, you have credit, you have a social security card that is a actual money card. It's like a credit card, because when you do anything,
account.
When you do anything, what do they ask for? What do they ask for?
Then when you have bad credit, it's all linked to your social.
Your social is your money.
Give me a new social.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly, because that's the thing we don't learn. Like you take an economics class at Centennial High School. We took an economics class and we talk about checks and balances and all this other stuff about debit and credit. But the teacher never just stood there and been like, talk to us real. Like you gotta talk to kids real at some point. It can't just be textbook lesson plan.
Yeah.
Like the most we take is when you talk to somebody real. Like that's not important. They don't care about that. And then they want to complain about how kids don't care about school, or you're not making it fun, or you're not doing this. Like, okay, adapt.
Yeah.
If you don't adapt and be like, all right, look, I'm about to come in here and make this stuff. You know the fun teachers. You know the boring teachers.
Yeah, you think about the teachers that really put an effort in. You know what I mean? Them the teachers that you come in first class, first day of school, and they got the border. They paid for that shit themselves. They got the printed paper all nice because you know they don't get paid for that shit. And then you remember those names, but then you got the fucked up teachers, the ones that don't give a fuck no more.
Them teachers, you know, like you said, them the ones that want to have successful students. You know, they want to see their students pass and things like that. So they setting you up for success from the jump.
Yeah,
they the ones coming, you know, trying to encourage you, give you like, you know, maybe a pizza party at the end of the quarter or something, because everybody in the class they got an A.
Funky ass two slices.
But they used to
be real. Like you got 2 slices.
When you got to feed 25 motherfuckers.
And a little red cup.
And a bag of chips. Maybe somebody brought cupcakes.
And that's them doing that out there.
Are them little hard cheap cookies they get?
Them ones from Food for Less with the frosting on it.
Yes, man. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Them shits hurt your teeth like a motherfucker, bro. Yeah, just give me the pizza. Jesus Christ. Got them fucking kids that take the pepperoni off. I couldn't stand them motherfuckers.
You know what I'm saying? But
I'll be the nigga to take the pepperonis.
Let me go ahead and get those players.
I thought them shits on my slice. Fuck it.
Y'all got ranch.
For real. Hey, that's crazy. For real. But for real though, it's just like the perspective of things and how we do it. It's so many things that go into what need to be talked about, but everybody want to hear like the drama or the stuff that gives you a high. You know what I'm saying? Like the feeling
the dopamine.
of dopamine, right? And it's a lot of it drama and that toxic stuff. You know what I'm saying? Is really fight or flight.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Because if you see an accident, you're gonna react to it differently than somebody trying to give you a newspaper and tell you to read it.
Yeah,
you're gonna be like, man, what is that? You see a car, you
yeah.
Phone.
You all in that
you
shit,
know what I'm saying? So it's like that's what LV. So it's a many of things that needs to go into place in inner cities. And I feel like nobody's talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not talking about it in a way that's gonna, you feel me, ruffle feathers, are they gonna stand out? You know what I'm saying? Because they don't wanna be like the one to step out and be the outcast. I don't care. I'll be the scapegoat. I was born unique. I was born to make y'all think. If you don't get mad at yourself for not being changeable, then you got to work on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to get upset and be like, okay, I need to change my perspective in my life.
But there's a lot of people in society right now who don't believe that people should have the opportunity to change. And I think that's the biggest issue that I'm having right now is I see a lot of people who maybe, like, for instance, if something old will come out, right?
Yeah.
And then they'll say, oh, well, I don't talk like that no more. I don't say that shit no more. A lot of people don't give somebody the opportunity to change. They don't allow for that. They say, nah, you the same motherfucker.
They hold that shit over your head because they remember what you did 10, 15 years ago.
Exactly. Like on some real shit. Like you, blah, blah, blah. Oh, he said gay 10 years ago. Like, fuck. Nah, I can't. Like,
I mean, and that's the thing. Like, everybody has to talk about this. Like, I'm talking about the influencers, not like social media influencers. I'm talking about
real influencers, yeah.
Artists, athletes, mayors, politicians. Like, you got to talk about this kind of stuff. Like, you got to talk about the stuff. We got to change the art here. You know what I'm saying? The inner cities, we got to change like the outlook we take and all the racism and all the bullshit and all the us versus them or we versus everybody. Like, you got to change that perspective if we want America to be really the greatest it can be. It's great because of the innovative stuff that we got. It's great because of all the ease that we got other than other countries. You know what I'm saying? But it's still not great. It's still cracked. It's still flawed. You know what I'm saying? People got to be ready to step up and really change that. Like, you know what I'm saying? In the hood, like, come on, like, I don't care. Like, gangbanging ain't bad because it didn't start off bad.
Start off as a community thing.
People make things change. Don't nothing change without people making, you know what I'm saying, making a change or enough people getting an opinion to make it change. You know what I'm saying? So, you feel me? Ain't nobody gonna back down in the streets and say, yeah, we don't want no more smoke. We don't want to go up against that because they don't want to feel like no bitch. You're not no bitch. We need our people to get home to their responsibilities. So that's what needs to change. We don't need you to be out on the street. Like, you could be on the street, you can hang up, just have a great time. Like, I don't care that you gangbang. Gangbang, throw your hood up, rep your shit. But it's the killing over dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, killing over a color or killing because... But it's like, okay, so we got to have a sit down. Like, real motherfuckers got to have a sit down and really talk about that. Because, come on now, like, okay, if y'all all getting money, is she still waking up to go kill somebody? Like we like some people, yeah. I know real people that wake up and be like, hey, look, man, I'm ready to go ride on some people and you know what I'm saying, put them in the dirt. But it's like, come on, dog. Like that's if you want to do that, let's put them in the military. But I feel like it all start with the government stopping the bullshit and people stop buying into the bullshit that we need a certain amount of gold in a treasury to let us know how much money we can print. Last time I checked, I ain't eat no money today. Last time I checked, I ain't drink no money today. Last time, money ain't gasoline to make my car go. Gold ain't do shit. I'm not sitting on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very simple, but they made it seem so complex. Like, we need this stuff, so we don't want to.
Because they gotta have a way to control it.
You know what I'm saying?
They gotta have a way to control it.
Exactly, but you can control it. Y'all white people want to control it. Control it.
They want to control. They wanted to control the oil. They wanted to control all that.
Listen, you can have it. Just don't make it hard for everybody. It ain't just like white people making it hard for minorities. Like, no, white people making it hard for other white people. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like a melting pot. Like, you feel me? The reason why I say the thing about the gold and the money and stuff like that is because of they want to say inflation. Well, life is simple. Like, you print money. Money does not do nothing for us but keep everything in line. It keeps I love credit cards. I love the databases. I love money. I love all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because it lets you know, okay, I spent this much. All right, I got this much left. Okay, I could pay you for your services. You know, it was great. That transition, the old way of doing trade to a new way. But how you want to control it, okay, let that go. We need to be here. Okay, crime ain't gonna leave until y'all stop trying to. Y'all can have y'all country clubs. Y'all can have y'all restaurants. Y'all can have y'all neighborhoods back because we not even going there. The only reason why we going there is because y'all got some nice ass steakhouses and some spices. You know what I'm saying?
But so, like we say, if everybody looked at themselves as an American, why can't everybody have access to something like that?
Because you can't. I'm sorry. You can't.
That's what it comes down to. Like, it's the controlling. It's the people. The rich want to stay rich, and they want to keep people who not rich out of their shit.
No. I didn't mean that for that question. I thought you was talking about something else. I was aiming at you know what I'm saying, people that come from other countries to here. No, you get none of our services. I'm sorry. Like, you just can't. Like, I get, you feel me, people. Mostly like people in Mexico feel like California is theirs and a bunch of other parts of it is theirs, which it was, but it was sold.
But it ain't no more.
It was sold in a business track. Y'all people sold it. It wasn't like, it wasn't like the Native Americans when they came and fucked them over and took it. But at the end of the day, they got some they natives are in Oklahoma, they in Florida, they in the surrounding areas, you feel me? And guess what they got? They got something that's really hot. You feel me? And you know what something our culture don't got? We got NAACP, but they not like the nations. The NAACP need to be the nations. Now, NAACP need to be like NAACP North, South, West, East, and run regions, right?
What do the nations have that the NAACP don't?
Oh, the nations, they got their own medical, they got their own dental, they got their own money that they get from the government to make their whole people be able to get businesses. They give them money. Is that shit good and working though? Because them motherfuckers is like poor and like. The reason why they're poor is because they are not knowledgeable of credit, finances, and building. Like, I live with the natives. Like, they live like the projects. You feel me? Like, they live in houses. They live in building places like the projects and stuff. Like, they just like us, the minorities. We not being taught as like when your parents when they made you. They got to go out and handle a business until you turn 18 to get on your own. But within that, okay, I need to go to school. I need to make this be fun for you. I need to make this be exciting for you. But it takes a lot of things to make that happen. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't come over here on the country because we got too many people already. Now, with the thing you was talking about though, with like, we want to be rich and y'all stay poor or whatever and stuff like that. The only reason why it's like that is because we bought into it and we not getting into Congress and we don't have a lot of presidents that's black or Latino or, you know what I'm saying, really running. You feel me? And that's our thing. We're not worried about that. What we worried about? We worried about everything we see on Love and Hip Hop reality TV or the music industry or what our favorite athlete doing. We are so distracted.
The mass, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we over here want to blame them for, oh, they killing us. Oh, they trying to oppress us. Oh, they just messing us for no reason. Just like when people get pulled over by the police and act ignorant before you even give them a chance and greet the man with respect. If he come at you wrong, then that's when you do something. But most people get pulled over by the police and already like, damn, man, why they fucking with me? You know what I'm saying?
And they may not really even be fucking with you to
You know what
begin
I'm
with.
saying?
You know, it could be something so small,
small.
but it turns into a bigger thing because of the response you give.
And just because you say that, you want to know something? I bring up the George Floyd situation every time when I try to break this down to people. You feel me? But you got to have an open mind when I break this down to you to understand the thought of it. Life is about decisions. Everything about life is about decisions. You know, it's two ways life can go every time. But one decision, you pick your path. You can either choose to get in the car and go ride, or you be like, nah, I ain't going. That's two different futures. That's crazy. It's mind-blowing. But life is really that simple and that complex at the same time. So when I bring up the George Floyd thing, it's about decisions. You have to be able to tuck your pride so you can get home to your responsibilities. You feel me? It was two people in that car. But the only thing that got pushed was George Floyd getting, you know what I'm saying? That was wrong by that officer. But that's the only thing they pushed. And the only thing that people looked at. Nobody, I have not heard or seen anybody talk about the other man that made it home to his family. Because he didn't do what George Floyd did. If you watch the video, he got out, walked to the wall, and did what he was supposed to do. It don't matter if you know you right. Remain right. You feel me? Because they not gonna, it wasn't no big thing. He lost his life over something simple. He didn't steal nothing. He wasn't running. He wasn't doing none of that. He left the store. He was completely innocent, but yet he can, like, you have to tuck your pride and be like, okay, bet. Okay, you want to do all that? All right, I'm gonna do this. Take me down. Take me to the car. I'm coming home. You just wasted your time. You feel me? I'm about to go home, but I'm about to make it to my family. You feel me? But if you watch the video, he continues to be like that. We tend to not look in the shoes of the officer. He could be a kid that got beat up in school. He could be having a bad day. He's not a robot. But his job is to make sure he gets home to his family and he controls the situation. That's their job, to control the situation. That's why they always call backup. That's why they always have somebody else. That's why they always got their hand on it, because they don't know what car they're coming to. You got to understand that when you're getting pulled over, are they messing with you?
But under that same notion that you say, that officer also had two choices.
Yes.
You could have either followed protocol and did shit the right way, or you could have went extra out and did what the fuck you did.
And he chose to do that.
And he chose to do that extra
So
out
every
shit.
individual
So every
has
individual
an option.
has to be responsible for their own shit.
And he got
If you
what he
under your terms.
but he got what he deserved, right? You feel me? He went to jail. He got let off the force. You know what I'm saying? But it's before he did that. The decision started when George Floyd started, when he got out the car. All he had to do was get out and do what the other man did on the other side, the passenger. Nobody even knows the passenger's name. Nobody even knows what he was wearing until you go back. He was wearing a red hoodie and he was wearing shorts. I remember, because that is important. We don't look at that. Nobody on the blogs or anything, I get it. They want, you know what I'm saying? They're going after the hot stuff. They're going after this. But somebody got to be like, going against the grain. I'm the one that goes against the grain. I'm the only person that ever brought up that side of the story with anybody that I talk to, like that. And everybody like just want to be like, oh, he was wrong, but did you see what he did? You're moving too far in the future. You have to start when it starts. Look at the other man. He got out, walked to the wall. He made it home to his family. Then you got, that is the perfect example. We need to take that video and teach every little black and brown boy what to do. You feel me? Like, the officer didn't come and just grab him out the car. Hey, sir, can you step out the car and come over? No, I ain't doing all that. He was like, sir, you have to, like, him and his car. Now, yes, some of them get over aggressive or feel like they much gusto because they got a badge. That's wrong. Don't be like that. You feel me? And you being like that, and then you got this aggressive, or, you know, it's this alpha male, and then you got this, you know what I'm saying, not beta male, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, they going at it, they're going to bump heads. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that, but if if you're paying somebody to do a job and your job isn't necessarily to make it home safe to your family, that's just something y'all keep in the back of y'all head as police officers to make it home to your family. It's not your job. Your job is to protect me as a citizen. So I don't give a fuck what you feel as an individual to yourself or even to your family. You get paid to do a job, and that's to make sure that I get home to my family. So if you're sitting here and you're telling me that I have to act a certain way because I have to get home. No, you're supposed to protect me. You're not supposed to be the one to put me down on the ground like this.
Because if they say, they say all the time, the cops are the ones out there putting their life on the line, things like that. Those are the words they like to use. But like you said, you're here to protect and serve. So that's first and foremost, protect and serve.
Yeah,
so
most definitely.
You pulling me over. I'm not necessarily a threat. Like you said, I didn't do nothing wrong but talk shit to you.
Yeah.
I see videos of people all the time where they put out on these funny pages and shit like that of people just talking shit to the cops, and they like, oh, get out of here, or leave us alone, and they turn around and walk away. Yeah. So what would cause for the over-aggression in a situation like that? When it's two people. You could have called for your backup, and they could have been a 2-on-2. It could have been whoever. You could have just held them there until the next cop, the next people came and did all that, and just to make sure that you safe for yourself.
That is right. I get what you're saying. You're right.
But everybody got an option.
Yeah, everybody got an option. They got to make that decision.
So people choose to do. But that one move that one individual makes could make the next person around them, they whole environment, have to make a decision.
I'll give you a personal experience. Me and the Jews was riding down, I would say, Compton Ave, right? And we get pulled over. There was a shooting around, right? We driving in my car in an Acura, but I'm not driving at this time. I'm in the passenger seat. So we get pulled over, right? Already, all the Jews, you feel me? They in the back. They, you know what I'm saying? They not like, they like, oh man, they got some charges. You know what I'm saying? So they already like, they got to do what they say in the first place. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they trying not to fuck with them because they like, you know what I'm saying? So me, I'm cool. I always been cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gang bang. I wasn't a part of it. So you feel me? But I was ignorant because of what I saw, what I heard, right? So what I saw and what I heard is what we always hear. Don't let them fuck with you. Talk your, you know what I'm saying? You can talk your shit, blah, blah, blah. The only time I ever had an incident where I got snatched up by the police is when I didn't just go. Now was the time that I did not go. I cracked the window because I heard, just crack your window. They need a warrant to come in your car. That's true. But it ain't no justice if you dead. You get justice, yeah, but you still dead. Yep. You feel me? It's not real justice.
Everybody can tell you what to do in a situation until they actually got to deal with that situation themselves.
So I'm over here like hearing people, they need a warrant. They can just open your door. They can just, if they break your window, they going to pay for it. They don't have to pay for shit. You're going to have to sue them. And guess what? It's going to cost more to
get a lawyer.
Exactly. So you might as well just pay for the window. And that's what I'm saying. We got to change perspective. So that's why I say that video is good to teach our kids what to do in the situation. Let them take you to jail. Let them arrest you.
Let them see that you ain't got nothing wrong.
Let them do that because then now we could sue. We gonna win. We could win if they do something like.
But we have so many people, right, in society, in our society, that they end up going to jail or, juvenile hall, these fire camps, things like that at young ages, right? So they already stuck in the system at that point. It's kind of hard to break out of that once you already in there.
It's like a rat on the wheel.
Yep.
You feel me? And the thing is, we gotta stop being the rat. We gotta hop off the wheel. And that's what I meant by talking and changing the culture as in our perspective, because we going to jail early. We don't need to go to jail early. You feel me? But the only reason why we go, it's deeper problem. It start with the parents. I blame the parents, right? You know what I'm saying? My parents probably won't ever tell me they was wrong or they, you know what I'm saying, be honest. Like, just be honest with me. Like, look your child in his face and say, I fucked up. I did not teach you this. I should have taught you this. I'm sorry. They ain't going to do that because parents got too much pride if they like in that. Some parents will apologize to them, but most parents, they ain't gonna let you know.
I got my apology ready, B. I'm preparing my shit.
So and that's what holds us back is that our parents, man, like teaching us the right stuff and doing the right things. Like, you know what I mean? It's cool if you want to do things with your child, but make sure they straight and narrow. But like how you were saying earlier, some people don't start off in the same situation. They start off back and then they got to catch up. Okay, that's my thing on. Get in people like, okay, there's so many millionaires and billionaires in the world that are minorities. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, we can really change the stuff with those people. You feel me? But those people don't owe us nothing. Straight off facts. They don't owe us nothing. But they can help change many of lives based on just giving somebody $10,000. You feel me? But it's not just giving $10,000 because you don't deserve $10,000 because you had $10,000 already, but you done jacked it up. Let me tell you something. I love single mothers. Single mothers got hearts of a lion. You know what I'm saying? They do what they need to do. But the thing is, there's a lot of single mothers that are out here and don't have direction. You know what I'm saying? They get the tax money every year. You get about $5,000 and you work. But if you don't work, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you have to learn to budget because it should be no single mother out here not on and winning. Your kid 8 years old. You got 40 bands without just going to work. Come on now. That's, you feel me? Like you get, you know what I'm saying? They gonna keep going up till they turn 18. And that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? Giving knowledge and motivation and ambition. So that's what my music is. It's based on ambition, motivation, and teaching people how to grow within themselves, love yourself, and understand you can do what you want to do. You feel me? You just got to be dedicated to it and be consistent with it. You know what I'm saying? Because it should be, you know what I'm saying? Single mothers should be out here living their life. Like, you got money to put your kids on, save money, go to work, just spend on a budget. You feel me? And you can still go on trips. It don't cost that much to fly. It don't cost that much to travel. You could get a rental-car and drive. It don't.
2 of them buddy tickets.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Another thing, though, that happens is like a lot of us feel like we know everything too.
Yes.
You know, so it's kind of like you said, people got to be teachable
And accountable.
and accountable. It comes to the point to where, like,
Oh, Cam done lean back. He got a point.
people are afraid to ask questions.
Yeah.
Because they feel like they know everything, but then they don't want to get embarrassed feeling like they got to ask somebody something and then they like, oh, well, you should know this already. Or, you know, get whatever type of response they going to get. But people can be educated, you know?
Yes, they are.
But like we say, sometimes it's the ignorance, and the ignorance can always be changed by people being open to adapt, being open to ask questions, being open to try to get some type of knowledge from somebody who's already been through an experience like that they're going through now, or some, you know, those types of things. But
Show you right.
I think that's where it starts. People have to be open.
Yeah. Really open.
You can't teach somebody that don't want to be taught.
Yes. That's true. That is very true.
Because now you're just gonna sit there and, you know, make yourself frustrated from trying to share some knowledge with this person and they don't want to hear it. They're not ready to hear it.
They hit you with that, all right, I got you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No,
They ain't even paying attention.
Yeah.
They thinking about what they about to do after they leave you.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, bro. Well, go ahead, my bad.
Oh, and the thing about, and that's crazy because the thing about that is that it's not necessarily they not listening to you. It's necessarily the simple fact of who's telling them.
Right.
You feel me?
Yep,
like
that too.
Like take Kobe is a great example. We know Kobe. We know he is good. We know he is one of the GOATs. You know what I'm saying? We know he's a legend. Tell me, his daughters don't even take advice from him. They rather listen to the coach than listen to their own dad.
That's
said
classic shit, though.
He said it in the
Your auntie will tell you
interview.
something. You be like, you know what, auntie, you make sense, but your mama been telling you the same shit, and that's the shit to make your mama mad. Your mama be like, what the fuck?
You know
like
what
your
I
auntie more than me?
mean? And exactly to your point, man. That's all it is. Just the right person has to tell them. That's why I say influencers like music artists, athletes, and you know what I'm saying, all that. They have to talk about what I'm talking about, so it can spread
People
like
with the platforms.
Yes, so it can spread like the word toxic did.
Makes sense. Shit, bro. Go ahead and let everybody know where they can find all your info, all your music, bro, all your social medias, everything. One time before you get out.
Oh, most definitely. You could find my music streaming on all music platforms. If you listen to music on any platform like Spotify, Musically, YouTube, you know what I'm saying, iTunes, Amazon, Deezer, you can find it anywhere else if it ain't one of those. You know what I'm saying? You can just type in Klovis, Klovis Khepri, Khepri. You know what I'm saying? And I will come up because I'm the only one with that name.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you coming through, bro. I appreciate that.
Oh,
We definitely
most
gonna have
definitely.
you back. Cool ass Cam, where they find you at, bro?
Find me at Cool Ass Cam. COOLAZZCAM. That's everywhere. Google that shit.
Yes, sir. Make sure you follow me at what is it? I am DJ Punch Instagram. I almost forgot my own shit. At I am DJ Punch Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. The host Shabam Boo Baby. Make sure you follow the podcast at the FMAD Podcast. Follow Innovative Culture at innovative.culture. Subscribe to the website, theinnovativeculture.com. Subscribe to the YouTube, youtube.com/innovative culture. Shout out Milk It Media on the ones and twos in the back. Make sure you follow her at milkit_media. Subscribe to her website, milkitmediamarketing.com. We out this bitch. Peace.
Oh, one more thing.
Go ahead,
one more
bro.
thing before we hop about this thing. I gotta say this. A lot of people don't understand when I say Juve. A Juve is a person that just got unlimited vibes. JUV, just unlimited vibes. You feel me? So when you hear
Just
Juve,
unlimited vibes.
You know what
We
I'm
about to
saying?
name the episode that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's you know what I'm saying, Juve. So I made Juve so it could be like something like bro or nigga or dude.
I ain't gonna
you know
front. I
what
thought you were
So
saying Jews at first. I was like, damn, you rolling with the Jews, bro? You talking about
see,
money for real?
That's why I always gotta explain.
So I thought it was
because-
like juveniles, like the little homies.
No, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that. You know what I'm
My
saying?
hell,
It's-
rodeo.
Yeah,
No,
you know
all
what
right,
I'm saying? It's Juve, just JUV. It's an unlimited vibe. It's a person that want to see people do better than them and have no problem with helping them.
That's dope, bro.
That's
Hell yeah,
dope.
man. Appreciate you coming through. Like I said, man, we out this bitch. Peace.
Innovative.
The Effin' Mad Podcast. DJ Punch. Cool ass Cam. The coolest motherfucker on the planet. The whole Shabam Boo Baby.